This video is part of a request to Kathy Dice, Superintendent of Anza Borrego Desert State Park. The request is to please reopen 2 campsites in Indian Gorge that were closed in 2010. The Indian Gorge Road takes off from Highway S2 and heads west. Here's Highway S2 on the map. The road passes through the narrow part of the gorge. And here's the Trote Canyon parking area. A little further on is the first campsite at 1.6 miles from Highway S2. And 100 yards or so beyond that is the second campsite. Both of those are adjacent to the saddle that leads over to the canyon where Palm Bowl Grove is located. Ranger Dennis Stevens told me in 2011 that there were 2 reasons for closing the sites. First, to enforce the rule that vehicles must stay within 1 car length of established roads. And second, to protect vegetation that was being pushed back. As I said in a letter to Superintendent Dice, I don't think those reasons fit the situation. Both sites have been in use literally for decades. Like many other campsites in Anza Borrego, they are on short spur roads which are well established. Driving into and camping at the sites is fully compliant with the 1 car length rule. This is the first campsite at 1.6 miles from Highway S2. That's the spur road leading into the campsite. This is a pleasant place to camp. As you can see, the vegetation is in good condition. It affords privacy from the road, and the line looks much the same as it did in the 1980s when I first started camping here. The worst signs of abuse at the site are things that happened since it was barricaded. Here's someone chopped limbs off of a desert willow. And here someone drove over vegetation to get past the barricade. This is looking at the saddle southwest of the campsite. The trail that goes over to Palm Bowl Grove is a great feature of this camping area. The second campsite is at about 1.7 miles from S2. This shows the roadway going into the area. This is looking down at the main road from the hillside above the site. In the center of the screen is the spur road coming into the site. This site has space for more than 1 group or larger group. I've seen college students, geology students camped here with their instructor. You can set up a little ways from the main road so you don't feel like you're camping in a fishbowl. You can see that overall the site is in good condition, even though people have been camping here for decades. It has alcoves that give privacy from neighboring campers. Again, the main damage that you see is damage that occurred after the barricades were put in place. This is at the west end where someone drove across country to get into the campsite. Reopening the sites would be the best way to protect them. It would be the proper thing to do in terms of park policy. These sites and the spur roads leading into them have been in use for many years. You'd be doing both the park and the public a great service by taking down the barricades and allowing campers to come back into the area. It has many great attractions and we'd like to enjoy them. Thank you.